My videos are for entertainment only. All source materials in my videos are from the public domain and comply with the USA Fair Use and UK Fair Dealing Guidelines.
Hi everyone, it's Celt News here. I'm just narrating this video. It's the one I put up previously, and rather than just the music, I'll try and fill in a little more detail. 1. Kicked out of Kensington Palace and sent back to Canada by Prince Charles. What I was told was, I think this was late 2016 or 2017. It was obviously before they married, before they were engaged. And it was also before the Invictus Games where she appeared with Marcus Anderson, and also the Inskip wedding that she allegedly gatecrashed. She was previously +1 and then they broke up and she still turned up, apparently. So the incident at Kensington Palace, I believe, was her allegedly taking photos in private areas with a view to selling them at a later date, allegedly. It was said that Prince Charles personally made sure that she was sent straight to the airport and back to Canada, allegedly. 2, banned from the palace grounds. This is all part of it. She was found not to be trusted, and as a result, you'll notice that ever since then she's never done anything or been involved in anything on palace property without somebody from the royal family being there, like Prince Harry or somebody else. Also, it's the fact that she had her cookery book launch was not actually in Kensington Palace. It was in the grounds and Harry was there. He wasn't supposed to be there, but he was there. He was told to be there, allegedly. So it was in a marquee in the grounds because they didn't want her in the actual palace. Number 3, escorted out of a polo match by Prince William. I was told that Prince William helped remove her from this polo match. Maybe his security guy did, but she was allegedly not supposed to be there, and this was in the very early days of her and Harry's relationship, and I'm not sure what the reasons were for her being escorted out of this one. Here we have a later polo match, and she was allegedly rummaging through the back of Prince Harry's car. She definitely was looking for something. She had said to one of the guys who asked her that she was looking for sun cream. So she was questioned by one, seems to sort of confront her, and she totally backs off. Now she's there again, a third time. And obviously she sees someone, whether it's Prince Harry or one of his security, coming towards her, and she literally walks backward, totally moves away from what she was doing. That was after they were married, I believe. I believe that was in the early days of their marriage. And it was said that she was looking for his phone, allegedly. Number 4. She was told by Her Majesty that she would not have what she wanted when it came down to the tiara. I think most of us know this story. It was in the papers. And she was told that she would wear the tiara that she gave her. The Queen saw the side of Meghan where she was very demanding, and that was when she was worried. This was right before the wedding. And it was alleged that she gave her the Queen Mary tiara, which was actually a replica. And if you look at some of the video of the wedding, you'll see, especially outside in the sunshine, you'll see the light really catching the stones in that tiara, and they give a rainbow effect. And apparently a true diamond doesn't give that rainbow effect. Those are fake, basically. It's a replica. They're crystal. And can you blame the Queen for doing that? No air fresheners allowed. That's number 5. The chapel was built in 1475 in a Gothic style. It's a Grade 1 listed building now, obviously. It's going to smell musty. Meghan wanted to have air fresheners in there and was told no. No red carpet. Meghan wanted the red carpet. Catherine, Duchess of Cambridge, had a red carpet. I believe that Diana, Princess Diana, also had a red carpet. Due to the fact that she's classed as a lesser royal and it was in Windsor Chapel rather than in Westminster Abbey, she was told that she could have a blue carpet, but she refused, and that's why she basically ended up with no carpet. No solo walk up the aisle. Meghan wanted to do the whole walk on her own and was told that she had to walk with somebody during the last part up to Prince Harry, and there was no way they were going to let her do the whole walk on her own. And number 8, no Dalai Lama to perform the ceremony. It was actually, they wanted him to preach the sermon, not necessarily perform the marriage. Number 9, no birth announcement at Windsor Castle. The whole thing was very strange. I have another video, a comedy video, entitled, I think, something like More Horseplay with Prince Harry. The announcement was outside the stables at Windsor. It was very bizarre. Not inside Windsor Castle. And no announcement from the royal family. Everything was very strange around that birth. 10, no pregnancy announcement from Buckingham Palace. There was no announcement from Buckingham Palace, not officially, not for a long time. When they did put the notice outside on the board, it had no signatures from doctors. Number 11, she flatly refused to go to Morocco, and basically she was made to go. Number 12, no, you will be patron of what I say. It's interesting how Her Majesty the Queen gave Meghan patronage of organisations which spoke volumes about the things that Meghan was actually being criticised for in the media at the time. One was the patronage to do with the retirement home where she went to meet the seniors that had previously been actors, and at the same time she was being criticised publicly for ignoring her own father. And then the other patronage to do with the dogs, she had neglected her own dogs, allegedly. And then the patronage for the National Theatre was quite ironic because of her questionable acting skills and the questionable roles that she had. So I think the Queen was saying a lot by giving her those at that time. 13, sent home from Prince Charles's garden party. They hadn't long been married there. Meghan had allegedly poked her tongue out at Camilla and also laughed at a bee stinging Prince Harry. Her general demeanour was annoying Prince Charles and Camilla. It was supposed to be his day, and she was swanning around greeting people and accepting gifts, and a car was called by Prince Charles's people and was waiting outside for them, and he spoke to Harry and said that the car was waiting, and Harry said, oh, he seemed surprised, but went along with it, obviously. And Meghan looked very shocked. She looked as if she was right in the middle of being in her element, having all this attention, and then suddenly Camilla came over and gave her a kiss goodbye, and Charles said goodbye, and they just had to go. In the car, as they were leaving, she looks very unhappy. Then number 14, told to stay back. This was at the exhibition for Prince Charles's investiture. There was a table with the exhibits on, and the rest of the senior members of the royal family, the Queen, Camilla, Prince William and Catherine, were walking through. Somehow Prince Harry and Meghan were standing at the door when they were coming through, and Prince Harry gestures to his father as if to say, after you, and Charles looks totally bewildered by it and laughs as if he can't really believe it. And right after that, he tells Meghan to stand back, or both of them to stay back. And While this is happening, some aides are rushing over, literally running towards Prince Harry and Meghan to engage them in conversation. I don't know what they spoke to them about, but it was basically to keep them in one place and to keep them there. Probably told them that they were not supposed to be part of this. I believe that they were actually supposed to have entered through a different door, that they were not supposed to be part of this group of the senior members of the royal family. Number 15 is when Prince Harry told Meghan to turn around, got quite annoyed with her. I think she was questioning whether they could stand in a different spot she wanted to be over, where she would be in the photographs, basically behind the Queen and next to Prince William and Catherine, but they were not supposed to be over on that side. They were behind, she was standing behind the children. She did this twice. He got quite irritated with her and clearly says at one point, turn around. Number 16, no, stand at the back, Meghan. Basically, this was when Princess Anne does a sidestep and they all close ranks to stop Meghan from pushing through to stand directly behind the Queen because she was headed that way. She was smiling and taking a big step up onto the balcony to position herself behind the Queen, and Eugenie's husband Jack and Princess Anne moved swiftly to prevent this from happening. Number 17, made to stand on another balcony. This is protocol, as people have said, but it still bothered Meghan, and you can see it by her expression. This was the previous year, when she was made to stand on a separate balcony next to the German Chancellor. She always said she could speak German, so maybe it was put to the test here. Number 18, no access to royal jewels. After the tiara incident, the Queen rightly stopped Meghan from having any access to royal jewels, particularly Princess Diana's collection. If she has worn anything, it's been a replica. She's been seen wearing butterfly earrings that have been proven to be replicas. Number 19, no access to royal property without supervision. And this is since she was allegedly caught taking photographs in Kensington Palace. Number 20, no separate carriage. She wasn't meant to be there, apparently, and so was told to ride in the open carriage with Camilla and Catherine, and also Prince Harry beside her, and it was said that this was their way of keeping an eye on her to make sure she behaved. But I also believe that they didn't actually have a carriage ready because she wasn't expected to be there. And I think that Harry was supposed to be riding with Camilla and Catherine on his own, and Meghan wasn't even supposed to be there. Number 21, ignored by Prince William last Christmas, or rather scarfed by Prince William last Christmas. I think most of us remember this, where she was trying to make conversation and the cameras were clicking. There was quite a lot going on there. There was some video whereby it looked as if Prince Charles was not happy and had said something to Prince Harry. There was some interaction going on there, and Meghan was trying to make conversation with Prince William. Catherine does step up and walk with Prince William. She sees that things are getting difficult, and Prince William is busy adjusting his scarf to avoid having to interact with her. Number 22, appointed a babysitter. This is Lord Guyt, and the Queen's right-hand man, who she basically appointed to babysit Meghan, because I think he was the man for the job. Number 23, no dogs are allowed in Buckingham Palace except Her Majesty's, and I believe that Her Majesty has only got one dog now. Meghan and Harry were apparently acquiring more dogs. I think they had a black Labrador, and Meghan was about to adopt another dog, and they wanted them in Buckingham Palace in the offices that they were being given, and the Queen refused. She didn't want any other dogs in there except her own. 24, placed at the back of the Royal Albert Hall again. For the second time, they were placed right at the back, over to one side, almost behind the curtain. As people have said, it's easy to crop people out of the photos when you have them out to the side. 25, cropped out of picture by Kate and William on their Instagram accounts. So this actually happened. They just had the immediate senior members of the royal family in the photo. There might have been no reason for it, or it might have been they wanted to keep Prince Andrew out of the picture. Number 26, different balcony again. This is the Remembrance Day the following year, this year, and she's standing next to Sophie, between Sophie and Princess Anne's husband Tim. Again, does not look very happy. even though it is protocol, it's not a snub, it is actually where she's meant to be. Number 27, being babysat at the Field of Remembrance. It was supposed to be Camilla there with Prince Harry, and Camilla was unwell and dropped out of it. It was very noticeable that she had several people watching her intently, and one man in particular standing beside her and behind her. The one that walks up with her has to tell her every step of the way what to do, and she does watch him and follows what he does. Number 28, No Christmas at Sandringham, which was allegedly the Queen's choice, as they weren't invited. Number 29, being told to go away for 6 weeks. Speaks for itself. They have gone away for 6 weeks. Meghan is still putting things out there, little snippets of updates in the news. Number 30, taken to airport by Sophie and Edward allegedly. It was said that she was escorted to the airport and Edward and Sophie were going to New York, and that they made sure that Meghan got on the plane. 31. Sophie was given roles in New York City and Toronto, which Meghan allegedly wanted. Sophie was leading the way with women's initiatives and other events in New York and also in Toronto. And it did seem as if it was done to put Meghan in her place by the Queen. Told to stay away from Buckingham Palace reception. Not surprising, there were world leaders there, and Meghan, being very political, would probably have really put her foot in it there.